I'm in my gimmer pants.
Welcome to Gamer Pants, episode 31. My name is Mitsuki. I'm one of your hosts, the most talkative of the bunch. Next, we're greeted by, I believe, Eno.
What's up? Hi.
Cultist, the ghost. And Junior, one of our favorite Nasus mains and Mordekaiser players.
I'm our only Nasus main.
Yes.
Hey, I play a mean support Nasus.
I like how
I'm
cultist,
our only not top Nasus main.
I like how
I was
cultist in
getting
true
screamed at.
cultist fashion just goes to that intro.
Look,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was getting screamed at because I'm getting told I'm going to get food. Hell no.
Yeah,
I'd say go get the food.
tell them you're busy.
Oh wait, are you saying you're gonna get food or go pick up food?
Like, literally, my sis is going to send me money to go get the food.
Never mind.
How about she sends money to like a DoorDash or something, you know?
She can't
No, she
afford
mostly sends it to me
DoorDash.
because-
Do you think they can?
You know what?
They have cultists.
Hit up
They're
Billy.
like, fuck him.
Billy works for, I think it's DoorDash. He'll bring the food for you. Wait, he said that last time, right? Last Clash?
No, he said he
The
wanted
real
to.
question is, do you think Billy will bring it for free?
No. Well, I don't know. Depends. Is he getting some food?
Oh, you know what?
And
We
payment.
can have
payment
Cultist
burger.
Sister. Cultist Sister, boom. Easy
Yeah.
solution.
Anyways,
fair.
guys, yes, like Mitsuki said, welcome to this amazing gaming podcast.
Yes.
Well, gaming podcast? I thought we were a random news channel.
Channel. The fuck is this? The 40s?
I thought we were sponsored by the Russian state media.
What the fuck?
Alright, we're gonna
cut
too
it.
far back.
Yeah, we're fired. There goes all our sponsors.
Mitsuki does not speak for all members of this audience.
I
God
don't
damn
even
it.
get paid.
We don't
Join
even
the
get-
club,
we don't-
buddy.
We don't get paid. Hey, yo, we made like 6 cents the other week.
What?
That's like... See, that's even hard because how do you split out
Can
four
you
ways?
split that evenly?
Okay. Alright, so I'd have to take a reduction.
Cultist.
See, this is why I walk.
Cultist, you're gonna get half a cent instead.
So for
We're
2
paid
weeks,
by the
you
wards.
We're paid by words.
Wait, we're paid by words?
Shit. Junior. Wait, is it like every single word or like if it's a repeat word? Like, mhm.
We're paid
okay.
by like 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 4th most.
Okay,
That means
because like
Brian
because
still
Junior
doesn't get
talks
paid.
is just the same words over and over again. Like
Sonic Chew, Fandom,
yes.
Monster Hunter,
Yeah.
Buck Vane.
Green screen, I mean gray screen,
Okay, fuck all of you.
bronze.
And I don't have time to answer every single one of those responses.
Yes. Anyways, yes.
Anyways, we've got some good news. We got some updates. We got Final Fantasy 16 gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm impressed by it.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we
It's
gonna?
the game that they wanted to make, man.
Yeah. We're gonna start off with the Final Fantasy. I'm down to start off with Final Fantasy.
Might as
We
well.
can start off with it,
All
or
right.
I could talk about just 2 small things.
Okay, talk about your small things so we can get Final Fantasy out of the way after.
Yeah. So Diablo 4, because we had that wonderful beta and it was fun, they admitted that the seasons are not going to reset. So when you play the game, it's not going to reset every season. The game is complete in its whole way. So, you can play that same character and keep getting the gear up. So I don't know if they're going to introduce updates and new areas and shit, or if they're going to do DLCs a la WoW.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of hope they do introduce things. But I don't know about DLC. Like, like full on expansions, like paid expansions, I don't know how I would feel about that.
I mean, if the game is good to warrant the expansions, why not?
I mean, yeah,
That's true.
Because
Yeah.
might as well still keep getting expansions even after this long.
because that's their model.
Yeah.
Like, I get people shit on WoW and how like player base has gone down, but it still has a pretty huge player base, you know. So I guess
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's still profitable for them if if they keep doing it and putting shit out year after year, or not year after year, but expansion after
Yeah.
expansion. But I don't know
mean,
how I feel about the whole the things not resetting. Like, on the one hand, I like it, but on the other, I kind of don't. Like,
on the other hand, the game makes you to create a bunch of hardcore characters and keep playing and rotating.
yeah. So I don't know how I feel about it. I guess only time will tell. When's it out again?
Yeah.
I don't even remember when it's out.
6/6/2023.
Oh, okay. Damn.
I plan to spend $100 to be able to play 4 days early.
What?
Yeah, I have the.
You may call me
Whatever.
a simp if you want. I will not deny these allegations.
Do you get
Wow.
anything else
Wait, hold
besides
on.
paying early?
Are you saying you're calling back to Daddy Blizzard?
Yep. Fuck it.
Fuck.
Diablo has always been my pet love. And they got me again on it. I mean, it's why I'm playing Destiny 2.
You've been bamboozled.
They got me hooked back in, and I'm
You've
fine
been
with
sucked
it.
back in. You can't escape the
But-
clutches.
And then we got some Armored Core 6 news. Files of the Rubicon.
Oh, yeah, tell me about
Basically, it's been given a age rating in Korea. And well, generally speaking, once an age rating's been given, the game usually comes out within 2 to 4 months. So we may be looking at a 2023 release for Armored Core 6, even though there's been delays and issues.
You think so? I'm thinking like early 2024, because I think if it was 2023, I think we'd already heard about
I
it.
was thinking early 2024 too, but with all the fact that there's been new DLC, new age restrictions put on it in Korea, has been the main point of contention. So, I'm excited to wait and see what these changes incorporate. If you don't know, also in Armored Core 6,
Mhm.
it does work kind of how they're doing it is it's taking the parry system of Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and one of the main factors of it is like, sorry, I'm trying to think here. You can parry bullets, swords, and missiles. And in my opinion, that's pretty cool.
So we're going full anime now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm fine with full anime as long as it's dark, gritty realism. Like, if lasers aren't parryable, I'm
Wait a
okay with
minute.
that.
You're fine with anime if it's dark, gritty realism.
Yes. Why wouldn't you be?
Yes, this makes sense. I like cold fire.
Yes.
As long as the game is fun.
I mean, you can play anything as long as it's fun.
Debatable.
Fuck, you're right. League exists.
Yes. Never mind.
But anyways, one of the other biggest facts is that,
Of Armored Core?
is that the game is going to also, while it also features the parry system, it's going to be made a little more accessible to new players. So I'm really looking forward to it. I really hope they go in the right direction and this works.
Uh-huh.
Because I love Armored Core.
Yeah, man. I feel bad because I haven't kept up with it. I keep forgetting it exists, and I don't know if that's just partially because, it's been forever, but I keep forgetting it exists until you mention it, and then I'm like, oh, or Billy, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right. But I'm excited to see what it brings. Hopefully, it's soon. I don't know if we have any.
Hopefully.
Is there
but
anything else that's releasing like 2-3 months from now, maybe, like in the summer?
not that, I mean, Diablo 4,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all that sparks my interest. I mean,
And then we have Tears of the Kingdom in like what is it, June?
you mean Tears of the Proxy Wars. I mean, it's a
I don't get it, but okay.
No,
you know, the Nintendo's war on projects.
Oh yes.
But anyways, that's for another.
Yeah, we'll talk about
That's
that
for
after.
no
We'll talk about
moment.
that after the
podcast.
We'll talk about that after. On the the Patreon podcast. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the Patreon podcast, the one that we set up. Totally.
Yeah. Now, we'll talk about that after, I guess, Final Fantasy once Cultist is here, because I think Cultist also wanted to talk about some stuff about that. But I guess we'll just go right into Final Fantasy. I just have a little bit to talk about.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 dropped a new trailer.
Yeah, if you call that a trailer.
Yeah, well, it's a gameplay
It's
state,
a chronicle
but
thing, like a whole fucking movie, basically.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there a new release in the mainline series?
Yes.
Yes.
So not an expansion to the MMO.
No.
MMO is...
This is its own game.
MMO is 14? Yeah, 14.
Yes. MMO is 14.
Then there was
There's
15.
some fun references to the MMO, but for the most part, this is its own thing, doing its own stuff.
Yep.
All right.
Completely independent from the other thing. But yeah, it was pretty cool. They had a Sony State of Play, or what is it? Is it called Sony or PlayStation State of Play? Whatever. It's a State of Play by Sony. The things that they normally have, like their presentations. And in it we saw a lot of pretty cool shit. We saw this dude, basically presenting it. We saw a little bit of like what the backstory is going to be. Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, they said that. Hold on, let me pull up my notes here, because I write notes somewhere. There you are. Yeah, so we got 25 minutes of like gameplay / cinematics of the game itself, right? And from what I understood, they said that's going to be taking place over. I mean, if you don't want to know about like story stuff, I guess kind of like skip ahead, like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes or maybe less. But it's essentially like the main character is going to have 3 periods of their life. Basically, it's going to be their teens, their 20s, and their 30s. And apparently, you're going to start off in their 20s, and there's going to be like certain flashbacks that bring you back to see like what events kind of led up to things happening in the game, right? So that's kind of cool.
So kind of like 15. If I have the right one that I played.
Yes, 15.
The one with Noctis. And,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wait. Did you play that over there at my mom's, or did you play it differently?
I played a part. I think I saw a little bit of it, and then I bought it for myself.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, my computer could run it.
Yeah. From what I'm looking at, it's very much an action RPG. Kind of like it's very similar in playstyle, I guess, to 15, which is the one that you mentioned with Noctis.
Well, the way I see it is they finally got the pseudo open world. Sorry, I should mention that. Pseudo open world MMO they've been wanting, because from the start they wanted to change Final Fantasy 14 to be this MMO that involves this game that involves the action RPG, it being action RPG.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to get it quite right, because the main issue with Final Fantasy 15 is it still feels a little slow.
Yeah,
if you play it, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, from what it is, this one I think is going to be less open world, in my opinion, than Final Fantasy 15.
It probably is, but it could be the same.
No,
like
I don't know. Have you watched the trailer or the thing?
I have.
Okay, so they specifically mentioned about or part of that, right? I mean, we saw like some in-game menus and shit. They showed the world, how it's gonna be, and let me see if I can bring up that part that I was talking about. We saw some people on fire, a freaking phoenix that looks cool. I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, they showed the map right here for the guys here in the studio.
Yeah, I saw the map. And
so the way it is like you're gonna have locations that open up, and you're gonna be able to explore that. So it's kind of like a hub, kind of, I guess, Monster Hunter-esque, I guess, per se.
I would say it'd be more like Legends Arceus.
Legends Arceus, yeah. Well, it's the same thing. You're gonna have like a thing where you pick out the map and you go, and then there's a kind of like open world areas, like instance areas that you can go to.
Yeah,
Wasn't
but
there a
here's
game
the
that
thing.
just came out kind of
They
like that?
did show up with levels, like the monsters had levels.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm wondering if they're going to make it kind of like you can go back and get gear or do side quests and side missions.
I'm sure.
Because they, Final Fantasy always loves doing that.
Mhm.
And this is why I'm like, you know what? It's probably going to be pseudo open world. That's like, you do have a world. It is open. You can go back to areas. But
Yeah.
there's restrictions, and it's not as open world and free form as you think.
Like I think it harkens back to like the old Final Fantasies. Hold on, let me look. Like let's say like this Final Fantasy 7, for instance, how where you travel around, you go to different places, but like when you hit a certain like town, you activate it, right? But in this case, you just have like a big world map where you kind of just go to those places, and kind of fast travel there, and it brings you to like this other open area, like you go fucking Shinra or whatever the hell, right? And this one, you do the same shit. Like you have like instance things, and then you can go back to them and have maybe different dialogues. I hope you can go back and do that because that's always been like an aspect of Final Fantasy that I liked, like you mentioned. But aside from that, they did confirm that the battle is real time. There is no turn based events. They say you
Which
have
is
NPCs,
awesome.
right? Like other party members, right?
Yes.
They are completely auto control.
You cannot switch to them.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering that because I don't know if I caught that because I was playing a league match while I was watching it.
And they are suggesting that the game is meant to essentially be a experience, not a endless grind.
Okay.
So they're essentially all saying realistic expectations. That's why I think it's gonna be like Final Fantasy VII. Not the new one, but the old school one where you could go back to places, level up, get a specific gear and equipment, do bosses and everything. But at the end of the day, once the story is done, and that's it.
Yeah. They did show
once
us
you've done everything.
They did show us a little bit more like the in-game menus, like the equipment and the abilities. I have this here on thing. It looks like there's a fuck ton of abilities that you can work through. You use your AP points.
It looks like you can swap weapons from swords to staves to bows and shit. And they're not like, oh, this weapon, you can only use a bow. And it's more like, this is your alternate attacks. So, like, you could do it's kind of weird.
I'm looking at it and thinking Final Fantasy 15 again.
They also added some like accessibility things where, if you're not really good at games, there's like things that can help you out, like in the event, like basically with the battle, like if you're not as skilled.
Yeah, like the story focus and action focus.
Yeah. So I kind of like that they implemented and stuff like that. They also showed off like the whole slow-mo thing where you can hold R1 because, by the way, this is a PlayStation exclusive, I think. Right?
Oh, it's a PlayStation exclusive?
Maybe Steam as well. It's a Sony thing.
It's a release force on PlayStation, then comes out on PC.
Yeah. It's usually what they do. But don't quote me on that.
Like, I'm looking at the graphics and I'm like, I know my computer.
You should quote me on that.
Okay. But yeah, we saw like just a bunch of stuff in the story, bunch of cutscenes, a bunch of battles we saw. It was kind of like cool. It's really epic. So I'm kind of hyped for it. At first I was kind of on the fence. Like I'm not really sure. It looked cool from like what they've showed before.
I was on the fence too. I'm gonna be completely honest. I wrote it off as a failed attempt at making Final Fantasy 15 again.
Yeah.
And I am glad to be proven wrong because it looks fun.
Is that a marble?
It looks like a lot of care has gone in. I believe Yoshi P has also been working on it, and just hearing that makes me happy. If you don't know, Yoshi P is the guy who made Final Fantasy 11 into Final Fantasy 14, made the game better, and literally reworked the entire system.
Wait, what the fuck? Liquid Flame? That looks cool.
But,
it could take different forms. That looks so cool.
Is that Ifrit?
No. Oh. It's just showing like different enemies that like are kind of like, some of these are like really cool enemies that we've seen before.
Yes,
but they've been given a modern twist.
Yeah, Bahamut's there, the Titan, fucking, it looks cool. And then at the like towards the end,
Behemoth.
towards the end, like we see like some flights like this one between Phoenix and fucking Bahamut, and then the one that I
Or
really
Ifrin
like.
and Garuda.
Yeah.
To that point, I don't think they're supposed to win that.
We saw this
In my
fucking
opinion,
Ifrit versus fucking Titan loss looked cool at the end. I don't know. It looks cool. Apparently the world is called Valisthea. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm cool.
Valisthea. More like Vorgensthea.
Valisthea. Valisthea. And it's coming PS5 June 22nd, 2023, obviously. I don't really have much to talk about it other than it looks amazing. It looks cool. I'm kind of more hyped for it.
I will say that the new summon combat system looks fun. Instead of you just summon powerful attack, do attack, it's more of you become the summon and
it's kind of like
you fuck
mech.
people up.
You become the mech.
Yeah.
Actually, I just thought of it. It's coming out June 22nd. Isn't it like freaking Breath of the Wild or whatever it's called, Tears of the Kingdom, also coming out in June, like June 14th?
Wasn't it May?
I could be wrong. Maybe. But anyways, Trista probably still be playing it. So Trista stole my
Yeah, it was the 5th. It was
okay, okay, there you go. Well, she stole my Switch back, so she has a Switch. So I'll probably just steal the PS5 and play that over here or something.
As you can see, kids, this is what marriage is. You trade gaming accessories.
Yeah.
Also, I took the liberty of looking it up. Apparently, it's coming December 31st, 23 on Steam.
Steam? December?
PC.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, like I said, it's usually PS5, like a timed exclusive. I think that's what they call it. So it's just for a while, yeah. So it's pretty cool. But maybe I should probably wait because I don't really feel like lugging the huge ass PS5 over here to my desk.
Yep.
I'll just wait till December, see how that goes. But I have to have content for the podcast. Maybe I'll buy both and play a little bit of.
Depends on what content do you want for the podcast. Things you've been playing that we leave at the very end, or news.
Yes.
See, here's what I see. I'm going to be playing Diablo 4, so I could give criticisms on Diablo 4, and then you could play,
Finish
we know
playing
Junior and them are
Final
going to play
Fantasy VII Remake.
We know that Junior and Cultus are going to play Tears of the Kingdom.
Finish playing Star Ocean.
Nah, fuck that, man.
I thought once.
What's more important, to play a fun game or to play a game and finish it?
Speaking of fun games,
hold on. Wait. I'm gonna be playing what now?
Fun games.
You're gonna play your dick.
Well, Cultus is not gonna play anything.
I hear
Tears of the Kingdom.
That's a goddamn lie.
Yeah, Cultus is not gonna be playing anything because he hasn't gotten his allowance.
Somehow, I'm willing to bet, even though Brian recently bought a Switch, it's still worse than a default Switch.
He hasn't used it.
Still worse, dude.
He hasn't used it. He has to use his cousin? Yeah, cousins.
Yeah, he is the owner of it, no duh.
What about the one that you bought?
Didn't you buy a new one?
That's why you bought an OLED.
I'm not gonna comment on it.
Exactly. See, he has to use the other one.
He has to use it in secret because it's.
No, you don't understand. It's for a different, complete reason, and I'm not gonna say it because then I know I'm gonna be shamed.
Oh,
you broke it, didn't you?
Well,
no.
It took it to school and it cracked in his backpack.
Look, can we please move on?
Nah, Brian, we're legitimately like, how is it because you don't want your parents to find out you technically spent the money on a Switch?
Yes, and how do you think I can get money back from something?
Oh, he sold it.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, you could have just returned it.
Exactly, I returned it to the store, but then all the money went to gas. God help me.
Unfortunate. That's sad. Anyways.
Wow, at that point, I would have returned it.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. That's all I had for Final Fantasy 16. If you're excited for that, June 22nd, 2023. Keep an eye out for that. And then we can go on to the Tears of the Kingdom shit that Cultist wanted to talk about.
Yay!
All right, Brian. We'll let you simp over Ganon.
Okay. Dang it! You stole my thunder from me.
Fair, it's okay. Though. We'll just edit it out. I'm just kidding.
Oink, oink, big boy.
I'm still right.
We'll just add it at the end. It's more.
There'll be like zero editing.
Honestly, just don't
on this one. Yeah.
I mean,
I think
you
I
subbed
think
it
I
in
think we get
Mizuki.
more. I think we get more listens when we don't edit.
So what you're saying is the real or the...
What you're saying
Yeah.
is steal his thunder and it's his fault.
I just do
All right.
simple. I just do simple like mastering stuff, like leveling and shit, and then ship it. Yep.
Flip it and ship it.
Okay, yeah. God dang it! Hold on.
Yes. Well, there goes our guy that
I-
was gonna cover
No,
this stuff.
don't worry. I just needed to cough real quick.
Okay. All right,
So, yeah,
cultist. Go ahead,
anyways.
cultist.
Yeah. Anyways, finally, 2 days ago, we finally got a new trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, and we were mostly just showing some of the areas and how they either changed or they're new in some sense.
Mhm.
And another big reveal, we finally saw rehydrated Ganon.
Yes.
Rehydrated Ganon. So he finally got his mommy milk.
He looks
Yes,
like
Mitsuki, he finally did.
he looks like an updated Ganon of old. Honestly, I don't see anything special of it.
Oh god.
I mean, when Cultist is done with him, he'll be milked.
Oh my god damn it. Okay, we know. I'm a simp for muscular men. Jeez.
He
Is
didn't
he
even
a
look
man?
musky.
Is he a man,
looks
though?
skinny.
Ganon.
He's technically part of what's the
Isn't he a Gorgon or
Garuda-
something?
Is it
Gerudo.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
sure.
like he's automatically assigned male every 100 years, I think. I don't know. I'm not caught up with the lore. I just know that this is a loop and yada yada.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. But anyways,
Yes.
it was some of the visuals were like pretty amazing when I saw it.
Mhm.
And what else did I want to mention besides that? Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention something real quick. The
Yes.
voices when
Who's talking to
this
him?
unknown person was talking to Zelda and
Mhm.
rehearing Ganon when he was speaking at the end. I feel like they're one and the same, but I know that's just voice actors. It's throwing me off and I hate it.
Yes.
Yes. It could be the same actor.
That's what I'm thinking. It could be the same actor. But yeah.
I shall point
Question.
out, I believe Ganon was trying to corrupt Link from the looks of things.
You think so?
Yes, at the very
I-
end.
Yeah, I would believe so too.
Maybe.
Give up, Zelda. Give up your way of simp, Link, and embrace the
Rehydration.
swole.
The swole hydration.
Yes,
All right.
that's what we're calling it now.
Yep. The Ganonification. Anyways, it looked kind of cool. Gamification. We saw a bunch of like cool things. We obviously rehydrated fucking Ganon with fucking tentacles on his hair. I thought some of the puzzle thingies were kind of nice, like how they showed some of the stuff. But
Hey,
I
I
don't
saw
know.
people there.
yeah, there's people. Of course, there's people. What else do you
Yay,
expect?
Oh,
NPCs
but like-
are fighting now.
Yeah, that's why.
Speaking of NPCs, someone got stabbed at Dollar Tree and called an NPC.
Damn.
Cultist is an
I heard my
NPC.
sister use those words, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, to be fair, Junior, you do radiate NPC energy at the same time. You
I was
pick the
referring
same
to as I was-
champions.
I was referring to when we were heading home, and then there was someone outside doing something.
Yes. Oh yeah, I thought that was cool. I don't know if you guys saw that, but like you know how they have that merge thing, the fucking combine thing you fuse.
Mhm.
I thought it was cool how he has the fucking shield
Yes.
on a. Is it on a sword or is it on a stick? Both on a sword. Okay, he has a shield on the sword.
I think
and
it's
he,
a
like, deflects.
dagger. Oh wait, no, yeah,
It's a
not
big ass sword. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big ass sword. Yeah, you can see the hilt. But I thought that was kind of cool. But whatever. I'm curious to see
Shall I
like.
point out that they have not made any reference to shrines?
I thought
Like-
they abandoned the idea of shrines.
I thought
That's
there was
why.
gonna be. I thought there was gonna be
they
more
don't.
dungeons.
Yes, but
Yeah,
even
I'm-
dungeons would have to be done in a shrine-like way. Here, it doesn't even appear like there's like some instant stuff.
Well, I mean, some of the sections I feel like they could have been part of a dungeon, just it's unclear. Like, where Leak is, what is it called again? Free diving and avoiding lasers.
Yeah,
I feel like, yeah.
But
I
like
feel
that's more
that
like
could-
entering a building.
it seemed like
Doesn't
it
puzzles.
sound
Like
like-
it looks like a lot more puzzle things. So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, here, there it is.
Yeah.
And then tentacles grab Link, yes.
Yes, it looks almost like old.
Cultist, you know,
Anyways.
this isn't fanfic.
Anyways,
Damn
so
it.
yeah, that's I mean that's the thing. The trailer. I don't
Yeah, the
know.
trailer happened. It was pretty cool, I guess.
Did you have something else for Zelda or anything?
I
I think that's
mean,
our last
no,
topic, kind of. But there's some other
yeah,
Zelda stuff that I just wanted
I
to
think
touch
for
base
me,
on very briefly.
yeah, it was mostly just like what we saw in the trailer, and of course, me simping for a man.
Of
Okay.
course.
Oh yeah, that
The
reminds me.
Brian special.
Yes, the Brian special, and of course, there's this whole theory that this game,
Mhm.
it's where the whole
It
loop
takes
happened.
place before Skyward Sword, isn't it?
Yes, or yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
Trista
just
was
leave it
asking
there.
something about that earlier. She's like, I've never played Cyrus Sword. She thought she had, but she hadn't when I showed it to her. And she's like, Hulk. She called herself, or kind of she's a little disappointed in herself because she's like a huge Zelda fan, like huge.
Mm.
Um, so she's like, I thought I had played that, but I guess I didn't. So I might have to
Did
buy
you
that.
tell her that's on the Switch?
Yes, yeah. So I thought about buying for her originally. Like I told her like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I thought
Just
about
buy
getting the
Horde the
Skyward
Weave
Sword.
Wars. It's a great exercise game.
Yeah, but
You do-
so I might have to get to that for her because right now she's replaying Breath of the Wild. That's why she took the Switch already.
Mhm.
But I might have to tell her about that because she was asking me today. Actually, earlier today, she was like, "I heard something about you have to kind of play Skyward Sword to understand this." I'm like, I really don't know. I have no idea. But it's speculation, I guess. But who knows? But
But
I don't feel
really
like they
think
would
so
do
because the main issue with that is that the Master Sword gets ruined and corrupted.
yeah,
So I don't feel like it could be a before Skyward Sword. It has to be an after.
okay. So I guess
Because
we'll
the
just
main
cover.
focus is on how the sword is fucked over.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
unless they're going to be. Wait, didn't they have an upgraded version in Skyward Sword?
Yes,
have
they
no
had
idea.
the God Sword.
So I kind of just wanted to cover this one thing like really quick. It kind of pertains to Zelda. I guess before we move on to our second segment or whatever. There's this kind of this thing going on with I don't know if you guys know Point Crow.
Nope.
Okay, well he's he's
Obviously.
a YouTuber. He plays a lot of like Zelda stuff. He does like speed runs and things. So
Is this the guy who made the
recently,
multiplayer mod?
yeah, he's the guy that did the whole multiplayer mod. He commissioned it, right? So because of that, he kind of like sought out to get a multiplayer mod and kind of released it, right? Which people have been trying out. But because of that, he put up a video on his YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. I believe YouTube. He put up a video, and Nintendo like copy striked it, I guess, because it's kind of like a mod of their stuff for Breath of the Wild. Actually, I guess I didn't clarify that. It's a Breath of the Wild multiplayer mod. So he did that, and they striked it, right? And it's kind of like, okay, cool. Nintendo does that from time to time, but then
That feels weird.
Nintendo fucking doubled down and did like another. I don't have the exact number, but let's just say like 10, right, or whatever. And then they went out and did like a few more after he like pleaded with them, like, hey, dude, like first of all, he gives a lot of visibility to these games. One as a speedrunner, and then also he's done a lot of Breath of the Wild stuff, right? And then Tears of the Kingdom's like, coming up like really close. And not that Nintendo needs it, but I'm pretty sure, like I haven't really watched his shit, right? But I'm pretty sure he pushes, these games a lot just by the content that he makes because he's really big, right? So Nintendo goes on and like, triples down, I guess if you can, and bans, or not bans, but copyright claims a bunch of his shit, like a bunch more, and then blocks a lot of other stuff that's not even like to do with Breath of the Wild or modded gameplay, right? So I'm like, okay, Nintendo does that quite often, but like I think I was talking to Cultist earlier, kind of briefly about this, and he mentioned, it's just Nintendo being Nintendo, right? Because they do that, sometimes they get pissy and they just kind of copyright strike your things. But
Exactly.
what my issue is, and I think what the issue kind of that people are taking from this is, it's like, where does Nintendo draw the line? Because like it's essentially like, yes, you can put up.
Have you ever heard of? It's basically when something happens
mhm.
in law, people are more likely to double down on the stupid idea, even if it means it'll cost them the entire
Yeah, and it's kind of what I'm getting at. Like essentially, like, yes, you can put up your like gameplay or whatever, whatnot, but technically, like, they still own that. That it's still their IP. They still kind of own that shit, right? And like, you can claim like fair use or whatnot, but essentially, what the question is like, okay, so if they can go back and like freaking delete his videos from like freaking 4 or 5 years ago, right? Or like not necessarily delete, but copyright them or claim them, right? Then it amounts to, I think it's like, he had his own fucking, let me pull up the Twitter thing here. Can't see it. I
The
think it's like
question I
55
ask, why
million
are they being
views.
this anal about it with Zelda?
Exactly.
'Cause
Like,
Do you want to know why?
I've seen so much Smash Bros. Modded gameplay, and I'm like, okay.
Nintendo is a company that they're
55 million.
Japanese, first of all.
Mhm.
So their mentality is not the same as the Western mentality. In the Western world, we like to see stuff like this as being,
It's kind of like, oh, little man
we're
wins,
getting
right?
new content, we're getting free advertising, etc., etc.
Mhm.
But in Japan, especially with these old school Nintendo types, they're not ran by younger CEOs.
They're not.
They're ran by immature old people who fucking have no sense of fun or joy. They're just like, no, we want this done our way, and it's done our way only. So they go in, they see this content, they're like, no, copyright strike, we don't need this. We're not going to let them, because it'll lead to criticism of our game, or it's modding our game. It's not what we want.
Mhm.
And this happens all the time, especially with Japanese countries.
I'm looking at this list that Adrian has zoomed in,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I already see
And-
Pokemon Vi, and I'm like,
Yeah, like
I don't like Nintendo because of that reason.
they
It's one of
broke
the
down a
biggest
bunch of
reasons.
stuff. Yeah, they copyrighted like freaking Mario stuff, freaking just basic content here, like that's not modified gameplay. It's a total of 55 million views, or 55.8 million views, right? That they basically demonetized, claimed, copyright struck. So it's kind of like, let's just say, for instance, like if we were to basically, well, shit, if they find out about us somehow randomly, we're just like talking about them, I mean, I don't know about just talking it, because it's kind of just, it's us, our own form.
We will now be changing Nintendo's name to Nazi-Tendo.
So
Therefore, we will no longer be referring to it as the
I
game
think we're gonna get
company.
into
We'll
more
be
problems
referring to
outside
something
of
else.
Nintendo if
Yeah.
we do that.
yes.
Hey,
So like, let's just say, for example, like, if you stream something and they got, the VODs there, or let's just say you put something up for YouTube, it's just like, let's say you do a guide, right? Like a gameplay guide of like what you do, or where to find like freaking Korok seeds or whatever. They essentially, by these, by the way this looks right here, they essentially could just go and just copyright claim that and just say fuck you. Like any effort that you put into editing or whatnot, just nope,
and I'm gonna say this:
it's ours.
if Nintendo, and if one of you guys work at Nintendo and hear this, I doubt it, but you will very likely lose your Western audience base, and it will collapse on you. Because as much as you think we're too big to fail, a lot of the thing that drives gaming companies forward is the let's plays, the let's go watch this, let's do this.
Mhm.
Do you know why EA fell out of grace? Because they did the same shit you're doing.
Mhm.
They did it on a harder level. And a bunch of EA games, people started saying, why are we buying EA? They're copyright striking our games. So people stopped showing EA games.
Yeah.
And there were hardly any gameplay videos, so people didn't buy those games. People didn't go and watch it.
It's kind of like
Those
the
things
same
started
thing.
falling out.
It kind of goes to like the same thing of like how, when Scarlet and Violet came out and people were complaining about the thing where like, oh, well, just don't buy the games, and, hit them in where it hurts, hit them in the wallet so they can listen to us. But I mean, in this form, it's kind of like, that people that are posting this, these gameplay things or doing speed runs, things like that, they're like the people that are like most excited, most into your games. And why are you going to like basically shoot
They're
them?
your biggest fans.
And it's like probably their biggest freaking marketing, because nowadays, like,
let me
who
tell
goes
you,
outside?
Nintendo, I'm sorry for interrupting, but
Yeah.
I'm not buying Tears of the Kingdom. I
Mhm.
never gave a fuck.
Yeah.
The only thing I was interested in was Armored Core,
Mhm.
Diablo 4, Destiny, and now Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
So by doing this, I'm not interested in buying it because I don't want to support a company that's going to copyright strike a bunch of people who are working their ass off to make good game content.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's either like a sour taste in like the community, like they're probably like their biggest fans, you know. And like I said, like some people, you know, didn't really care about it, but some people like where it's like, especially for him, where it's kind of like that's his livelihood, you know, like that's how he makes money, you know. And it's fucking free advertisement, like a fuck ton. Like imagine that 55 million people that watched videos for his, like that's 55 people that watched one of his videos and probably got interested. And how many of those people that didn't have the games or whatnot you think probably went out and bought it, you know, just because they saw him play it and they thought, you know, hey, it was kind of nice.
I mean, what's a third of that total number?
I don't know. 55
Let's say
divided
a
by
third
3.
of people went out to buy the game because of his content.
Yes. 55 divided by 3. Do the math quick. Just kidding.
I'm not doing that math. I hate math.
But anyways, well, I mean, 66 million would be freaking 22, right? So this would be 22 minus 10. That'd be 3. That's about 3 million. So it's about 19, something like that.
Well, something around there.
55 divided by 3. 18.3. There you go. So 18 million.
Yeah. I just mean, like, at the end of the day, the way I see it is, don't be a dick to someone who's making you money.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird, and I really don't necessarily enjoy it. I was going to use an analogy, but I forgot what it is. Like, you know, like, they should just, like, take after, like, I mean, I know, like, was it Relogic that does, like, Terraria? I know they're way smaller than Nintendo, but, like, when you're that small, you kind of have the luxury of being, you know, closer to your audience, right? And, you know, don't get me wrong, like it's not that small of a game. Terraria is fucking huge, right? But yeah, sure, like the dev team is way smaller than anything Nintendo, you know, could have. But it's like, you know, they uplift their content creators, you know, because they know it's freaking advertising for them. And, you know, maybe they just have the smaller budget and stuff, and so they could really use that.
I mean, didn't they do like some people were adding them on Twitter about like, hey, we want this in the game, and some of their
like they cater to the community basically, and you know that's kind of like what, you know, gaming really should be like, not necessarily catering to them, but, you know, do something for them. And just lately, like, I don't know what it is, just lately like, Nintendo's been really kind of like, they've just been giving everybody the cold shoulder, and they've just been slowly, like over time, they've just been looking like more and more like just I mean, I'm just gonna say they've just been dicks lately, you know. It's like they don't give a fuck about their player base. They just kind of like the greed is showing, and like I guess that shows the age of Nintendo at this point.
I mean, again, Nintendo's ran by a bunch of old people.
Yeah. But anyways, that's a bigger rant that I wanted to go on, but I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was going to take like 3 minutes or something. But anyways, that's all the news we got. Yeah. It's 40 minutes.
I'd love to say I have news, but my news is on the 19th. So
what's your news? Monster Hunter.
The Monster Hunter Sunbreak digital event.
That's okay. It's going to happen this week coming up. We're not going to be here. So you can totally just, what's up? What's coming up with Monster Hunter?
That's what this event is. It reveals it.
Oh, you don't know what it is. Okay, cool.
That's why.
Okay, so everyone on the 19th, there's going to be new content released from Monster Hunter somehow?
No, it's
an announcement.
It's an announcement going to display the upcoming information of what's going to be released by basically the end of the month.
So think about it like it's going to be like a Pokemon Presents happening, but it's a Monster Hunter Presents or whatnot, something like that, but probably small.
Monster Hunter Presents.
Yeah, it's for Update 5.
Rathian Presents.
Monster Hunter Presents a crossover with God Eater 3. Fucking, I'd love that shit. I would love fucking God Eater Monster Hunter crossover.
With Monster Hunter is there a lack of crossovers with other stuff.
Sonic crossovers.
They did it once for Sonic, and I'm trying to think what else.
Capcom, the Ryu stuff from Monster Hunter World.
No, but like, I mean, like recently.
The Witcher 3.
Oh, I have no idea. Oh yeah, didn't they recently have a Witcher stuff?
That was in World.
Oh, well then, didn't they have something recently? There was something else recently.
I mean, hell, they give that thing that they gave that one its own special mission and its own special.
It was Resident Evil,
Spec-
I'm sure. I don't know.
Yeah, they had a Resident Evil one with Val Kazak, even with like a special.
Yeah.
Even the
Speaking of
Obsidian was special.
crossovers, Cultist, are you still here? Wasn't there a crossover or something that you had mentioned briefly? Good job, Cultist. Anyways.
Ryan, wakey, it's time for school.
So yeah,
Cultist has left us to go buy food.
which, I mean, by the time you hear this, is probably the 19th. I mean, what's today? 15th?
That's on
This
a
will probably
Wednesday.
post. If all goes well, I mean, I guess we're barring editing.
Okay, let me check.
It'll be posted on this episode should come out on the 16th. So you probably listen to it on the 16th, 17th. So it'll be like, what, 2 days after you
19th,
listen?
20th,
Yeah.
21.
We'll give you a little,
I'm
like, a
just
day
sad
heads
because
up.
I've been in the Monster Hunter mood. It's
Yeah.
probably starting to die down, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
I want to get to the end game content of Rise.
So let's get into that. Since we're done with our news segment, let's move on to what we've been doing, because I haven't really talked to most of y'all freaking all these 2 weeks. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Mitsuki's
I've been playing Destiny 2.
Mitsuki's been working and playing Destiny 2. He came into Discord the other day, but I was busy watching a movie and it was really loud and I could barely hear him. And I heard him say, "Do you guys want to play?" And then blah blah blah. And I was like, it was like the hype
Yeah,
of
I
the
was
movie.
trying to see if they want to play League or anything.
Yeah. So like the
Yes.
movie
They
was about to
didn't.
finish. Like the movie was like 3 minutes from the end. So I was like, okay. Hype part. And I was like, I'll just tell Mitsuki right now, like, what you want to play? And he dropped from the call. Like literally like 10 seconds before. And I was like,
I mean, I've been there for an hour.
Yeah, I know. But I was watching the movies. I literally said I was watching a movie. So I could barely hear you guys. I don't know what's going on lately. Like, I don't know if my hearing's going or like what. I have Junior at 200% because I can sometimes not hear him over Monster Hunter, which is weird.
Okay, well, that one might be Monster Hunter.
No, I have Monster Hunter down like 30%. So I don't know. Fucking know.
Interesting.
But yeah, so Mitsuki's been playing that shit. The heck is this?
What if,
Super reactions. Junior?
So besides that, what are you doing, Destiny? What have you been doing in Destiny, Mitsuki?
Yeah.
I've been mostly doing fucking Crucible and Iron Banner
Yes.
when it was up, along with some Defiant Battlegrounds. So basically PvP and some PvE content.
Yes. Nice.
You know, I did play Destiny 2 a little bit. Not enough to where I remember those words, though.
Yeah, I played Destiny 2 for all of like 3 hours or something. And I mean, it's a shooter. It's hard on the eyes for me.
Yeah, there's too many bright lights for the old man.
I mean, to be honest, though, I played for maybe like 40 some hours, but only 3 of those were actually playing. The other ones were just because I left like my what is it called, the Google Stadia on, and I was sitting at the tower. Is that what it's called? The
yes,
hub?
the tower.
Yeah, I was sitting there forever. Mostly because I didn't know what the hell to do. I'm like, how the hell do I start? Like, go somewhere, like do something. I don't know what the hell to do because I kind of
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
not
read anything.
very
I just skipped
clear.
everything. Yeah. So I was just like, and I sat there forever. I did the other stuff, and then I was like, okay, I don't know what the hell to do. And I was like, well, the Stadia thing's working. That's about it. But yeah. So
That's one of my biggest complaints about the game. Like, they don't tell you a lot of information.
it's not like new person friendly, I guess.
There is.
Interesting. Itu Junior?
Well,
Monster
besides the
Hunter?
fact that it's almost time, we're rounding out to the end of course for college, so
Mhm.
we're probably gonna be that's probably gonna be our trend. I'm not seeing you guys for next week, probably.
Nice. Why?
Junior's not going to see us because he's going to see his girlfriend, the Raft
for
Flows.
finals or what?
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's either we gotta wrap up work.
Work. Oh, you
homework,
got to wrap up
assignments,
schoolwork. Okay.
and
Assignments.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
But other
Seems
than
legit.
that, any free time I get, I've been playing Rise.
Understandable.
And I've just been trying to get to the end game of it because I'm like, it's not that it's anything special, though the Risen enemies are very strong. But it's more
Risen?
like there's a lot of min-max grindy stuff.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I kind of had a complaint with Rise. For some reason, I don't feel like the the need or the I just don't feel the drive to kind of grind things out like in World when I played World. I don't know if it's just because like World was one of the first ones I came back to because the only ones that I had ever played before that was the one that I gave you, the 4 Ultimate or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I had only played it for that like maybe like 10, 15 hours or something like that, not too much. But then World was like, huh. And it just
I keep trying to play Monster Hunter Rise, but the issue I keep running into is that, and I'm sorry to all the Monster Hunter fans, but it feels like a more worse version of Wild Hunt.
Wild Hearts.
Yeah, Wild Hearts.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I know, but like I had fun with the monsters in Wild Hearts because they actually had some kind of unique mechanic. Most of these Monster Hunter monsters in Rise are like,
Jump.
well, you broke
Spin.
my favorite Teletubby. I'm gonna go cry now.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with Rise. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like the hype. So I've been playing it just because I want to get like caught up with juniors, just do like a hunt or something, or like I'm just gonna play all these hours just to do like 3 hunts with junior, yay, and then I don't know.
I'm just
But like I don't know. And the rampages, like I get it, but I don't know why. I just don't feel like I want to do them.
The
Like,
rampages are irritating to me.
yes,
Yeah.
they suck.
yeah,
I agree with
I don't
that
know.
sentiment. But
And like
They
the
should-
wire bug thingy, like it's cool and all, but like half the time I'm just using it for dodging. Like the switch kills are kind of like
I'm
weird.
using it just to spam Arrow Rain, my strongest ability. Wow, so interactive. Guess what? I can fucking make a entire trampoline pool in fucking Wild Hearts and attack the monster 6 different ways to Sunday.
Yeah, it feels weird. So I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. It's just something's off. Like I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but am I enjoying it enough like to think it's amazing? No.
I mean,
I give it a solid like 7 out of 10, maybe.
I'll give it a solid 2 out of 5.
It's about the same thing.
I mean, I will say that like I picked one of the worst weapons to use the Sunbreak mechanic, the Insect Glaive, because you don't really swap that much. Because I don't know if both of you know this. Adrian should have probably found out by now, but the thing they added with Sunbreak, besides more switch skills, is that you can swap them in the hunt while fighting. The scrolls.
Yeah.
So that's what the unique mechanic is. That's why there's a ton of switch skills they add. But somehow Insect Glaive feels fucked. Like none of the other switch skills feel like coherent.
Yeah, I don't think any of the hammer ones feel good anyway either, except one. So I have no idea, man.
And
But
actually,
honestly,
asking myself,
I just think it's maybe. I think it's just an issue with just the game, maybe.
I saw a video today that made me want to try Swax because I mean, Switch Axe was like my original, like first thing.
Mhm.
But
the counter.
I don't know what counter.
They gave Switch Axe a counter in Rise in Sunbreak.
Oh really? Oh yeah, I think it was like he kind of like went down on his knee and then fucking spun around 3 times and then like got on the I think it was a Rathian, got on its head and like fucking just like blasted it like.
Yes.
It was like some elemental or something. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah. But so far, I will say this: I have the name pulled up here for a reason. Malzeno is just a cheaper Gormagala. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't care what anyone says.
Zeno is Rathalos, but with a fancy laser.
I have to disagree with you on one reason, but that's for another time.
Yeah, I'm gonna post this for Junior just so I can see.
Junior's a nerd. Everyone laugh at him.
You want me to pull up the Elytron getting one shot?
Oh, sure. I'll watch it in a bit.
Yep, that's the counter.
Let me just see. Yeah, it looks like a counter. Yeah, let me see. Let me just say what I've been doing because yeah, and then we can call it here because we're like fucking 54 minutes in. So basically, I've just been playing more like Monster Hunter Rise, like Junior thing. I played a couple of mobile games. I've been trying to get back into Kaizo, doing Emerald. I need to. I ran the seeds wrong, and I kind of made it more difficult than but it needed to be. Like Pokemon are actually like 3 levels or 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 3 or 4 levels higher than what they're supposed to be. I think I went like fucking like an extra 20%. I think
Your
I kind
mom's
of
2
nested
levels.
the
Of
seeds,
course.
so I did them wrong. So I need to get. I want to get back into that. I've been watching a fuck ton of people play it. A bunch of the people I've been watching have been finally finishing them, and it's crazy. So I'm like, yeah, cool. I'll watch that. I thought about doing league ranked, but then I said nay.
You thought of it for 3 seconds.
A whole 3 seconds. Yep, that's a long time. I told Junior that I was gonna probably switch junglers. We're gonna do some Darius, some Tryndamere.
Zed.
No, actually, I thought about doing Talon because I used to like playing Talon. So I'm like Talon. Maybe I didn't mention that one, but still. And what were the other two? Rengar and Kane.
Can I ask that you don't pick Tryndamere?
Why not?
He's useless besides his fucking E. Other than that, you could play Darius and it's better.
No, Tryndamere is extremely like snowbally, dude. And I just
So is
split push,
Darius.
split push, split push, split push, split push. No,
And he has CC to compensate if he gets fucking
and
behind.
just split push, split push, split push, and just catch someone off guard. Like, I'm just gonna like sit in jungle while they come for you because you're gonna be split push, like really unsafe, and then I'm just gonna catch in between.
That's my duty, boy.
Anyways, so yeah, that, and I've been wanting to play this game, freaking Sunhaven, but nobody wants to play with me. Not even my own kid. She's like, I don't want to play Sunhaven. I'm
What
like,
the
Isn't
fuck
it?
is Sunhaven?
Yeah, I seen that game. I was interested in it.
it looks cool. It's kind of like a Stardew Valley esque, but like
Yeah.
multiplayer. Yeah.
It looks more like an RPG game that was interesting,
Yes.
and I was like, "Oh, that looks cool." I mentioned it to you, but
Probably. But yeah.
we've not had time to play together.
Yeah. Nope.
Today's like the 4th day in a while.
Yeah. Fun fact: today in the morning, I went to IHOP with 2 of my girls, my 8-year-old and Chunkies.
You went to that shitty place.
Yes, because I don't know, they just kind of want to do sometimes. So I went there, and then I was like, you know what? I have some freaking Best Buy rewards on things that I need to use because they're about to expire. And then I was like, cool, let me go do something stupid, right? So I went and I was like, you know what? Boogie likes playing freaking Minecraft with my oldest, right? But she didn't have like a laptop or anything to play on. I was like, let me just buy her like a cheap laptop, right? And I looked some up and I was like, cool, like, this is like $400. It should run Minecraft, right? And I was like, cool. And right after all the stuff that I had, I probably would have ended up paying like maybe like $200. And I was like, yeah, that works. I go and they didn't have that in stock. They had some other ones, and I was like, look, well, this one's like $500. All right, this looks kind of okay, right? And I was like, cool. And I looked at the specs, and I'm like, yeah, that should do. That should be fine. And then I asked the lady that's working there, and she's like, well, we can't find this one, right? We have one in stock, but we can't find it. And then I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, I need a backup because at this point, the kid already figured out this is for her, right? Because I'm like, hey, pick a mouse and stuff. So I was like, dude, I don't want to leave her, like, be like, sorry, they don't have it in stock. Never mind, let's go home. Forget about it. You're not getting a laptop, right? I'm like, cool. It was questionable. I didn't really want to get her a laptop because she's kind of irresponsible with her Switch, but whatever, right?
What does she do with the Switch?
She's broke one.
She leaves it everywhere and breaks it, doesn't
Basically,
it?
she leaves it everywhere. She plays while it's charging.
The worst kind of irresponsible, in my opinion.
Yeah, she plays while it's charging, and she bends the charger. And the last one she had, like, it just bent the charging port so much where it just stopped charging unless you held it in a certain spot.
I hate
Which
when
one
it
doesn't
happens.
charge?
So I had to buy her another one. I bought it the Animal Crossing one, like, I don't know, like a year ago or a year and a half ago maybe. And we told her under the condition that she can't take it out of the dock. She has to play it on the dock. She has the Switch controller, the like Pro controller. Last time she's like, I can't find my charger, so she kept getting it without permission. I was like, am I gonna have to zip tie that thing to the dock? Because I'll zip tie it if you don't, like, if you just keep taking it out. So she has to ask permission to take it off the dock, which is rare because sometimes she just like keeps it, and sometimes instead of falling asleep like she's supposed to, on a school day, she plays with it in the bed, watches YouTube or whatever. Right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, and like I, I'm not dumb. Like sometimes I walk by the room and I just see like her kind of like fucking.
She pretends she's asleep, and
she gets startled, right? Because I pass by, and I'm like, hey, what you got there? She's like, what do you mean? Or like sometimes she, I wake her up for school, and I'm like, hey, What's your Switch doing over here? Oh, I don't know. I forgot to put it back. You forgot. I was like, was it supposed to be off the dock in the first place? Oh, I forgot. And you don't forget to not take it off. Like it's not like there's a difference between forgetting and just not following the rules that you have. But whatever. It's last.
I
And
mean,
I was
I
like, whatever.
understand she's a kid. Like, at the end of the day, they all gonna do some irresponsible shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, So I go and I try to get this laptop right, and I'm like, they couldn't find it. It took forever, and I'm waiting there for like 20 minutes with both
I want
girls.
some people to understand this is how you be a good parent, not fucking punishing your kid at every little second.
Yeah. So then I saw a different one that was like 700, and I was like, how about this one? And she's like, oh, we have two, right? So she goes and she couldn't find it, and I was like, fuck, dude. And I was like, damn it. And I was like, third option, there's this $900 one. I'm like, I guess it's basically $1,000. I'm like, Aces, and I was like,
$1,000 on a laptop for a kid to play Minecraft.
Yeah, and I was like,
this was like those images. Well, like this was like that meme where like you spend so much on a fucking laptop or a PC build
and don't even use it
just to watch YouTube.
Play Clash of Clans, basically, dude. I think that's what she's gonna use it most for. Not gonna lie. So then she's like, how about I just get? She wanted a keyboard, like a mini keyboard. It has like, it's a Logitech one. It has like little circle keys on it. She's like, I want this one because I told her to pick up a mouse, and I was like, Boogie, it's gonna get a laptop. You don't need a keyboard, right? Like, technically, right? And I was like, and you're gonna have to use this somewhere stationary because I do not trust her to have it like earlier. She's like, can I take you to the bed? Hell no. Like that shit's gonna end up on the bed. You're gonna walk away, go to the restroom, and your sister's gonna come in, jump in the bed, and crack it. I just no. Like there's no.
One, you have to understand the cost of items. Two, you have to understand the fragility.
Yes.
A laptop is very fragile.
And see, the thing is, like, she gets that, but she gets that in the moment when you tell her. She forgets it. Like once, like the next day, she'll forget about it. My oldest, she understands because she had a laptop before, and she left it next to the bedside, because she was watching something, and she just put it there. The next day, she woke up, stepped on it, and it cracked the screen. And I was like, hey, you're not getting in it. She didn't get a laptop. The laptop I had that I used for streaming, that's what she uses. She never got a laptop. That was when she was like, I don't know, like 6, 7, right? Because she wanted to watch her movies. And, she's normally really responsible, but she messed up once and she never got a laptop again until, it's my laptop, but she uses it more than anybody. And I basically told Boogie, I was like, hey, it's technically, it's your laptop, but you're going to have to ask mom for permission. Think about it like it's mom's laptop. You have to ask mom to get it, and you have to give it back to mom when you're done. Like, don't just leave it out, because my youngest, like, they have autism, and she's like extremely hyper as well. So she does not understand, like, don't step on this, you'll break it, So she doesn't correlate for her right now. So you can't just leave it out anywhere. I don't leave my stuff anywhere. The laptop, I told Jay, don't leave it on the table. Put it back in the case, or like it's like a carrying case, so like a laptop thingy bag, and put it back. It's next to my bed. It's in a little crevice between the bed and the nightstand, so nobody can step on it. But yeah, basically, long story short, they couldn't find the $700 one. I thought I was gonna go to the $900. I asked, okay, do you have this one? And she was like, we don't have that one in the store, but we did find an open box for the $700 one. And I'm like, open box. I'm like, can I see it? Can I check it out? Like, check out the box, see how it looks. And she's like, yeah. And she was about to open it for me, and it's like, did you want to see the inside? I'm like, nah, it looked like brand new, like basically brand new, like look at someone like returned it, like, cause no, whatever. Like they didn't want it. And then she's like, oh, we found, the new one. I'm like, cool. Yeah, I'll take that one, sure. And it's like, do you want warranty? Hell no. Like, I'll open that bitch up like myself if it has any issues. She's like, okay, all right, cool. Because the protection's a scam, in my opinion. Because anything they can do,
the protection's always a scam. Because they're like, no, it's to a third party.
Yeah,
and then when you call
it takes
the third
forever. You gotta
party,
ship it out to them. I'm like, dude, if it's not covered under the manufacturer's warranty, I'm good. Like, I'm okay. The OEM should do it. If not, then by then it's worn out. It's $700 that I had to pay. Well, I had to pay a little bit less because I had to fucking like those points they give you. I had a fuck ton of them. They were gonna expire, so I was like, whatever. So I got it for like $5. So, but still, it's a lot more than I originally went in to pay. I went in for a $400 laptop, came out with a $700 $750.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, like kid was
I
like
mean,
eight.
with kids, it's
Boogie
always
was like
expensive.
$869. I'm like, yeah, $869. And I don't know what she said, like 30 some cents. I'm like, yeah, that's what I saw. I'm like, yeah, well, there you go. You know how many Switches you can buy with that? Like 3?
2.
Yes, maybe. So I was like, because originally I was like, I should get a Steam Deck and a dock so that Jay or her can play like Steam. Because I originally wanted to play Sunhaven, and I was like, does anybody want to play Sunhaven with me? And it's only on Steam. And I was like, damn, this game would be cool on the Switch. And like, that sucks. And that's what started the whole thing, essentially.
Man went from Steam Deck to laptop.
Yeah, when I saw the
How-
700, I was like, man, I should have just bought the Steam Deck, man. Fuck, I should just buy a Steam Deck. But I mean, whatever. It's a cool one. It's a flip one, and Boogie's getting into like art and stuff, so she wanted a stylus. But I asked the lady, "Do you have any styluses?" I think they're over there by the tablets over there. I'm like, nah, we'll get that later. Fuck it.
I can
Sorry.
introduce you to some good stylist stuff if you get to the art thing.
Yeah.
My brother uses a bunch of them. He has this custom monitor that's essentially a big art piece that he uses for sketching and shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've looked at a bunch of them before because my sister's also like she draws Karina, Junior.
Yes.
It draws a lot, and I always wanted to get her like a big Wacom tablet, like a cool one, but
Have we ever used the art she gave us? Did we?
no, because I've been needing to make a update the logo because it just says Gamer Pants, but I needed to say like Gamer Pants Podcast because people don't know what the fuck Gamer Pants is. There's nothing that
Honestly,
says.
I love it just the way it is. Gamer Pants.
There's no
we
identity.
don't
Like,
know.
let's just say you see someone wearing a Gamer Pants shirt.
Not that we have the merchandise.
Not that we have the merchandise yet.
Trust
kind
me,
of-
we would love to.
Yes,
You know, the funny thing is,
I thought about it.
I get why, because sometimes I remember I was playing World once,
Uh-huh.
and I was doing online hunts with
Mhm.
people.
And someone recognized some from Gamer Pants.
No,
No.
they recognize the regular tag I use,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Apparently, there's a super mega YouTube channel or something.
Yeah. So it's like there's no that's not brand identity. It's just there's no I guess genre or something. It's basically there's nothing telling it that it's a podcast. So it's people just gonna see Gamer Pants and be like, oh cool, what's that? Like they're gonna think it's like a clan name or something, like something stupid, you know?
Even
Oh.
worse,
Yeah.
it's a podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's why I haven't used it. I did put up one episode with custom art. It had our logos, the pictures, the drawings, and
Yes.
stuff. But yeah, but I need to do that. There's some examples I had that I did not like. I cannot find the original font. I don't have the original project files,
You know what?
so I'd
Fuck
have
it.
to
We just have
redo.
to
I
get
would
big
have
enough
to
where we can-
redo the logo essentially, but I
We'll
want to
just
keep
get
the
big
pants.
enough where we can just have Gamer Pants and everyone understands.
Yes,
Exactly. I
eventually.
figured out the solution.
Yeah, so it really needs to say Gamer Pants Podcast, right?
That way
So,
we
yeah.
can become president of Gamer Pants of the United States.
But it's there. I have the thing ready to go. That's why I never did shirts. Dude, there's a Comic-Con coming up. I want to go, and I wanted to do like a live show. Just take a phone with a little mic and be like, "What's up?" Ask him random questions. Take Cultist with us because he knows things about anime that I don't. And yeah, but anyways,
I try to pretend, even though I don't actively watch anime. I just look
Yeah.
at memes on Reddit and that's it.
Yes. So yeah, basically, that's all I wanted to say. I've been playing that. I want to play Sunhaven. But my kid's like, I don't want to play Sunhaven. I don't like it. I'm like, you haven't seen it. She just wanted to play Minecraft. She got Minecraft. She got the Java. I had to fucking get another one. I had to buy Minecraft again because for some reason they can't remember the freaking login that they use. And for some reason she wants her own user profile on the PC. So I had to make freaking.
I know exactly why she wants it.
I had to make her fucking. She had her mom, like she had she had Trista's login, so she was using that, right? So cool. But she wants her own profile thing, and then since she's my stepdaughter, I'm not the only one that has input on this because I hate parental controls. But with her, she really needs parental controls because otherwise she'll do stuff that it's not supposed to. So I had
Is
to
she
create
the
a
type that would
freaking.
fall for night?
Yes, she's real gullible.
Oh
She's-
god.
but Love her to
Hey,
death,
let me your
but
dad's credit card. He
I
told
love
me
her to death, but
to.
she's cool. So, like, she just needs these extra things because she will try to go out of her way to do things that she's not supposed to when she knows she's not supposed to. So she has parental controls. I hate parental controls and I hate setting them up. I hate working with them. I just kind of like, hey, you do the crime, you pay your time. So if you messed up, you look at stuff you're not supposed to, well, you're scarred for life. That's your scarring. You're in charge of your own future. Blah blah. You give a
I don't
Saudi
think
prince
the
your money.
mother
That's your
agrees
money,
with
not
it.
mine. Yeah. But basically, like, she knows she's not like supposed to buy stuff or pay anything or that, but it's just, it's more like using it when she's not supposed to, or she's being bad or whatever like that. So it's kind of like that.
I mean, the second she figures out how to get a credit card, it's the second and use it. It's the second
Yeah.
you're gonna have to change that rule.
Nah, she's fine. Also, like, if you guys ever dealt with Microsoft logins and the family accounts, and you gotta basically, it's like she installed I installed Spotify. She opened Spotify. It played everything. I walk away. She closes the laptop. She opens it back up. She launches Spotify, and it's like, you need permission to open this app. So it has to send me an email to give her permission to use the app. And I'm like, I thought it was a one-time thing. No, I don't know how the fuck it works, but it's just annoying already. And I'm just like, dude, just use my account. But she wanted the account to have her name, not my name. I was like, bro.
I understand. She's a child. She wants it to be whole.
Yes. So, like, I get it. Like, I've been there, and it's cool, and it's a shiny new toy, and like, your own thing. So, like, I get it. So, but I just so much hassle. It was.
I'm not gonna lie though.
It's like 2 hours to do the whole thing. She's like, "Am I ever gonna use it?" I'm like, "Yes, but I need to set up this thing. I need to download these games. You want Minecraft? I had to get her the new edition that has both Java and Bedrock. It was a whole thing, man. Don't have kids, guys. If you have kids, then I salute you.
If you have kids, you're responsible for,
yeah,
all
my
that
other one's
shit.
yelling right now. So yeah, we wrap this up. I rambled for way too long.
Did we really ramble or did we just have fun?
What we left to say. I wanted to get back into Duel Links, but they added tier limits into the game, so now it's currently dying.
Yes. I also...
When Junior thought that he could finally play without a sword and mechanic, they decided to fuck him over in a different way.
No, let me explain. With tier limits in the game, they are so much better than everything else. You can't even play Rogue. And I play Blue Eyes. Which isn't even Rogue.
Can I play Predapants?
But I don't know what it is, dude. I've been wanting to get into like a card game or something, that just get that nostalgia. But I don't know, dude. There's really nothing like.
I've almost been looking at Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
I want to get into it, but like how?
I don't know. With Pokemon though, whenever I like look at it, or Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, if I look at like the digital versions, I'm just like, maybe I should go get myself like the actual cards and get myself some card packs and actually just look at them. I just want to look at them, dude. I have them in my fucking closet. There's a bunch I still haven't opened. Those Elite Trainer boxes, I still have like 2. And I have like a booster box.
And it's one of the reasons why I kind of like the online things.
Wow,
but like for Pokemon, it's like there's nothing like that, at least that I haven't found. And trying to get stuff on the Pokemon thing itself is a pain in the fucking ass.
Yep. But I don't know, dude. But I'm going to go tend to my screaming child because I don't know why she's screaming, but it's the baby.
I'm going to do the funny take off pants thing, and we're going to end this podcast.
All right, guys.
Since I was the one who started us, I will end us. You can go ahead and take off your gamer pants.
Damn. Junior's going to replace.
We're replacing Cultist with a...
Yeah, right you are.
We're gonna have a pants off. Okay, Mitsuki, you're gonna say you may now take off your pants, and then Junior's gonna say his. All right, see who does it better. Let's go.
You may now take off your pants and go home.
Cool. Junior knows what the real one is, right?
You may now take off your gamer pants.
There you go, gamer pants.
You may talk more than me, but I'm not going to have this episode be like, damn, I should not have been here then.
Brand recognition, Mitsuki. I'm just kidding.
Like, I'm over
Brand
here
recognition, they barely recognize for a podcast.
Which is
All right,
why
guys,
we
fuck
need-
this shit. Let's go. I'll be in the Discord in a little bit, guys. Also, I don't know. We'll figure out what the fuck to play. If you guys want to play Sun Heavy, and I'll buy a whole round for everybody.
Fucking
Alright.
sure.
All right,
Let me
guys.
run the diagnostic thing.
Yes, see if you can run it on Mac or Windows, whichever one.
On Windows.
It needs a WASP though, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, never mind.
All
Just
right,
don't.
or maybe it's
Keep our-
controller friendly. I don't know. It could be.
Damn, am I the only one with the WASD?
You know what? I do have a controller.
It might be controller friendly. Check it out. Anyways, yeah. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.